YouTube, it's me, Anisha, again, and I'm coming through with one more video. I think this gonna be all for today because I don't want to overdo it. But as I'm on my way to get an order, and yes, I'm looking at the road, but sometimes I may glance at the camera, so excuse me. But anyway, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and just come through and be nosy if you want to be nosy. It's all good. But I wanted to say this, y'all. Life, when you hear people say it's levels to this, please believe it when you hear it, because it is levels to life, period. If you're young and you just now experiencing life, you just now probably got your first little apartment, or whatever, you probably just got your first house or whatever, because it's levels to everybody's life. Everybody's life is different, and it's levels to it. And I'm gonna give y'all basically an example. Like me, I'm gonna use my story because it's me. So what better story to use than your own? So okay, like basically whenever I was on Section 8, and this is for anybody that's currently on Section 8 and probably don't want to continue being on Section 8. You want to elevate, you want to come off of it one day. I'm talking to those, not the ones that just want to stay on it. And don't get it twisted. If you're an older person, you have a set income and things like that, then get the help that you need, because your money, you might not can afford to pay full rent. And it's if you're an older person, you didn't live life, you didn't did all of that, and you chilling, basically you enjoying your little bit of money or whatever you get, and you on Section 8. It's no shade, no tea to that. But for us younger people that desire to get off of it and to possibly own homes one day, or everybody dream is not the same. Some people say, hey, I don't want to own a home, because I didn't feel like that. And sometimes it, my mind goes back and forth, like, you don't want to own a home because it's too much responsibility. And then the other side is like, nah, you better own a home because your kids will be able to have it, or if something happened in your kids' life while they're exploring the world, they can have something to lean on or whatever. You will have a home that'll help them or whatever. So that's what my mind is. It's like I'm undecided, but I know that God is going to give me the desires of my heart. But I know that God is making sure that I can afford it, and He wants to make sure that I'm able to handle what I asked Him for, basically. And when people say it, like I said, I don't want to get too sidetracked because I get to talking. When people say it's levels to this, please believe it, because like I said, let me go back to my story. When I was on Section 8, I let go of my Section 8, and bam, the pandemic hit. And I was paying $700 a rent. Well, I didn't know the pandemic was going to hit. Bam, end up moving to the city that I'm in. And went from paying $700 to $995. FEMA did help. But when FEMA ran out, I had to make sure that the rent got paid. And I had to hustle. I had to work. I had to, and when I say hustle, I mean I had to bust my butt. That's what I mean when I say hustle. I had to bust my butt to make sure that the rent was getting paid. Now, because I signed a 2-year lease, now this is my last year on this lease. Now the first year was $995, but then they upped the second year, which started in September. But I think they started making me pay So basically they made the rent go up. So it was levels in my life. And now I'm paying $1,045. And I signed a lease, so I can't say, oh, I'm not gonna pay y'all that. I start off $995 because it's their house. So basically with that, it was levels. And I'm not saying that I'm finna pay higher rent, because if I don't want to pay it, then I can just go somewhere else, and that's just it. That's gonna have cheaper rent. But I'm using this as an example of there's levels to this. Basically, I feel like I am getting ready to become who God, to become. I'm not gonna go too much. I'm getting ready to become whatever, because God needed to make sure that I'm able to handle what I'm asking him for. That if I want to be a homeowner, that I'm able to take care of a home, pay my mortgage, and most of the time insurance and everything, all of that, the extra stuff is included in your mortgage. But God is preparing me, because if I had been on Section 8 and then I just went straight from Section 8 paying little to nothing to getting $1,000 mortgage, then that would have been really hard on me, because how can I go from paying $200 or $300, I'm just throwing something out there, or $100. Some people pay less than $100 on Section 8. But how could I have went from, unless I had a major increase in my job or finances, so it's possible. But for me, I'm happy that I was able to graduate like step by step, like you're in school, step by step. I'm happy that I was able to graduate step by step, and not only that, have a consistent job that I actually like to do, in order to make sure that my rent or my future mortgage is going to be paid, because I'm not going to stay at a job that I don't enjoy. So that's just Anisha. If I don't enjoy it, don't expect me to be there long. So I enjoy what I do, so that helps me to stay consistent with working, and to stay just being able to do what I need to do, period. And like I said, wait a minute, y'all, I'm driving. Hopefully this big truck don't hit sis. Baby, this man got this cigarette swinging, this 18-wheeler with this cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Oh my God, it's just so funny, because I remember I used to smoke, and that vibe he got with the cigarette hanging in his mouth, I just know what vibe he on. Like, man, I'm tired, I'm about to smoke this cigarette. And that's exactly how I used to feel. And it's just so funny when I see people, like, I don't be judging them or nothing like that, but I just be laughing inside, because I'm like, I already know how you feel. But anyway, yeah, so I'm at my pickup location, so I have to get off the phone now. I'm pulling up, but it's levels to this life, so don't rush it. Let it happen the way that it happened. So love y'all, peace out. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notifications.